Okay, so let's in this lecture number 2 from our chapter number 2, that is biological classification. Let's talk about in detail of Whitaker's five kingdom classification, which we follow in the present day, right? But the question still, many times students ask me, ma'am, why we are still following this classification? What are the parameters? What are the conditions? What are the criteria on which this classification is based? So in this video I'm going to answer these questions, that what are the criterias, why we are following this classification, why not any other classification. Actually, see, it is like when you even when you like a lecture, right? I have till now I have made a lot of lecture, but out of that some of the lectures are very favorite ones of which are liked by yours, which are liked by you people, right? Same way you like someone's technique of teaching, any teacher's teaching, you like a way. So when a teacher teaches by heart, he or she includes all the parameters. What are those parameters? He or she tries to make the lecture interesting. Definitely, right? Interest is one of the basic thing. He tries to make it simple, right? Then the teacher always tries to make the lecture should be able to understand by all the categories of students. Either few they want to listen to it, listen to the lecture in Hindi, few wants to learn in English, right? So he or she takes care of these small things. Why we take care of all these small things? Because this will help the students to learn better, right? This will help in their learning. So why we follow this classification? There must be a particular reason, right? See, first thing, this is a very natural classification, because in this classification Whittaker has taken all the different criteria, all the small parameters, all the points into the consideration, due to which organisms, they are placed perfectly in the different groups. That is the reason we always follow the convenient one, right? We always follow which help us to show a path in a easy way. So that is why the reason Whittaker shows us that how the organism can be easily studied. Easily we can study them and classify them into the five kingdom. So Whittaker used the criteria, like he used cell type, which kind of cell, unicellular, multicellular condition. He used the criteria, that is there presence or absence of nucleus in the any kind of organism. Then he said cell wall, is it present or absent. Then the another point was the type of nutrition shown by the organism. Few organisms, you know, that they show autotrophs, few organisms they show heterotrophs, few organisms they are saprophytes. So he took care all these small details when he was classifying the kingdoms. He then considered the organization, that whether the organism, it is showing the made up of cell, it is showing the tissue level organization, is it showing the organ level organization, or is it developed with the organ system. So all these criterias or points, they were the basic criterias which were taken into consideration by Whittaker, right? Let it make it more simple for you. So I have arranged them in a this picturization method, so that you can understand that what are the main points which were taken into notice or consideration by the Whittaker. First was the complexity of cell. Now, when we say complexity, we say prokaryotic cell. Cell can be prokaryote or it can be eukaryotic cell. So, all the now prokaryotic cell, okay, so all the prokaryotic cell, they were placed into kingdom that was Monra, right? Complexity, we divided the cell into prokaryotic and eukaryotic, and all the eukaryotic cell, they were placed into Monra. The second criteria was complexity of organism, means unicellular or multicellular. So now unicellular eukaryotic cell, they were placed in the kingdom Protista, right? Complexity means that is they are unicellular or they are multicellular. Complexity of cell means prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell. So unicellular eukaryotic cell, they were placed in Protista. Now comes the mode of nutrition, right? Then third was the mode of nutrition. Now we have multicellular organism and eukaryotic. Then he divided them into different kingdoms on the basis of their mode of nutrition. Few were autotrophs, few were saprophytes, few were heterotrophs. He said all the multicellular organisms which are eukaryotic, they are which are having mode of nutrition autotrophs, he placed them in the group Plantae. Those organisms which are multicellular eukaryotic but having mode of nutrition saprophytes, they were placed in fungi. Those which are multicellular eukaryotic but they are having mode of nutrition heterotrophs, they are placed in Animalia. So in this way, Whittaker gave us 5 kingdom of classification, right? Which is very easy to place the organism depending on the different criteria. Now, let's summarize this more in a more simple way. So we have now 5 kingdoms: Monra, Protista, Plantae, Fungi, Animalia. So let us see their criteria, why they are into 5 kingdoms, different kingdoms. First is the cell, type of cell. Monra has unicellular organism. Protista also has unicellular organism. Plantae includes multi, fungi includes multi, Animalia includes multi. That is what we have written here. Unicellular, unicellular. But these three, they include multicellular organism. Next criteria was nucleus. Monra, nucleus was absent. In Protista, nucleus was present. Plantae, fungi, Animalia, they all have nucleus. Organelles means here we are talking about all membrane bound organelles like your mitochondria, ribosomes, right? They Monra, they are they are absent with the here we are talking about basically, right, your endoplasmic reticulum, and then there is the Golgi apparatus, different membrane bound structures. They were absent in the Monra, but they were present in Protista, Plantae, fungi, Animalia. All organelles, membrane bound organelles, they are present in the others. Cell wall. Monra, yes, they have cell wall. Cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. This whole complete line is your NEET questions, right? So here cell wall of Monra is made up of peptidoglycan. Cell wall of Protista, that they have cell wall. Plantae, it is made up of cellulose, they have cellulosic cell wall. Fungi, they have chitin cell wall. Cell wall is made up of chitin. Do Animalia have cell wall? No. Cell wall is absent. Mode of nutrition. In the Monra, mode of nutrition is autotrophic. it can be heterotrophic, they can be saprophytes also. In the Protista, they can be again autotrophic, and in heterotrophic few are parasitic also and saprophytes also. Then in the fungi, then in the plantae, we have, because written here plantae, in the plantae all are autotrophs. Then in the fungi they all are saprophytes, means they depends on dead and decaying organic matter. Animalia, they all are heterotrophs. So heterotrophs, they include also parasitic mode of nutrition also, right? But they are heterotrophs in their mode of nutrition. So this table, please make it this table very carefully and paste it again on your study table or on your wall of your room. This will help you to solve many MCQs for you, right? So this is all about our Whitaker's 5 kingdom classifications, a little bit detail with you. And that after this we are going to take individual groups into the consideration in our upcoming lectures. Till then, all of you please go through these 2 lectures very carefully and mark the important points